It's a masterpiece, I say. They will cheer every word, every letter. I wish I felt that way.
I believe I can put it better. Now then, attend, as friend to friend, our declaration committee. For us I see immortality in Philadelphia City. A farmer, a lawyer, and a sage. A bit gouty in the leg. You know, it's quite bizarre to think that here we are, playing midwives to an egg.
Egg? What egg?
America, the birth of a new nation.
If only we could be sure of what kind of a bird it's going to be.
Tom has a point. What sort of bird shall we choose as the symbol of our new America?
The eagle. The dove. The turkey. The eagle. The dove. The eagle.
The eagle. The turkey.
The eagle is a majestic bird.
The eagle is a scavenger, a thief, and a coward. A symbol of over 10 centuries of European mischief.
The turkey.
The turkey is the truly noble bird. Native American, source of sustenance of our original settlers. An incredibly brave fellow who will not flinch in attacking a regiment of Englishmen, single-handedly. Therefore, the national bird of America is going to be...
The eagle.
The eagle.
We're waiting for the chirp, chirp, chirp of an eaglet being born. Waiting for the chirp, chirp, chirp on this humid Monday morning in this Congressional Incubator.
God knows the temperature's hot enough to hatch a stone, let alone an egg.
We're waiting for the scratch, scratch, scratch of that tiny little fellow. Waiting for the egg to hatch on this humid Monday morning in this Congressional Incubator. God knows the temperature's hot enough to hatch a stone, but will it hatch an egg? The declaration will be a triumph, I tell you, a triumph. If I was ever sure of anything, I'm sure of that. A triumph. And if it isn't, we've still got 4 days left to think of something else. The eagle's going to crack the shell of the egg that England laid. Yes, so we can tell on this humid Monday morning in this Congressional Incubator.
And just as Tom here is written, though the shell may belong to Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us.
And just as Tom here is written, we say to hell with Great Britain, the eagle inside belongs to us.
Hello there to Independence Hall. This building is completely finished, my fellow dreamers, American dreamers. I hope you love that little intro we have. It's not completed. There's these side wings of the building. I don't know what's inside of them. I'm still trying to figure out what's inside of these buildings on the side here. If not, I don't find it out. I just have them empty. But yes, the Independence Hall has these little side wings. That's all in the picture. Also, it kind of gonna be have a custom ledge here, because can't have it going into the river. So it'll be soon there. Yeah. You may be wondering, does it have furniture? Yes, in one area that is. It's in here. right here, in this very room, is where the founding, well, not this very room, but a replica of the real thing in Minecraft, is Independence Hall, the Founding Fathers signing room. And the other room would be over here, a later date. I'm just trying to figure out how the furniture is arranged and all that. But this is the room where I have put the U.S. Constitution. It's back here in the back. And you can actually get a copy of it in a gift shop that I'll be adding around here. Where did it go? It disappeared. Okay, let me go get another one. Okay. It's over here, yeah. Copy, 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 copy. I just have a whole bunch. Okay, let me do this. This is a copy of it. Have a whole. Wait. There we go. Copy of the U.S. Constitution. I'm going to put a whole bunch of these in the gift shop somewhere in this building. Oh, there we go. And this is where the Founding Fathers sat and debated and all that. In a very hot room. In winter clothing, for some odd reason. Okay, I'm going to show you the Constitution I have written, well, copied off of a site. Yes. The end of it, I just went ahead and put it there because newer document amendments got longer over time. But yeah, the U.S. Constitution. Okay, yeah, I'm going to read it. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. The First Amendment is about freedom of speech, rights to religion, assembly, and petition, and all the other stuff. But this right here will explain what it does and what it do. The First Amendment's about freedom of speech and freedom of life and freedom of all that other stuff. The Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, is you can make a well-regulated militia. That means a group of people armed, being necessary to security of a free state. That means if there's tyrants trying to take over your country, you have every right to fight them. The right of the people to keep and bear arms. That means and shall not be infringed, that means you have a right to own a gun. We the people shall protect ourselves, and it shall not be infringed. That means no law can be made to deny people that right. This is like a permanent thing, right? So no law in any state or any part of the United States can infringe on the Second Amendment. That's why it says shall not be infringed. Now, for the amendment over here, the Third Amendment. Description. Quartering of soldiers. No soldier shall in time of peace be quarantined in any house without the consent of the owner. During the Revolution War, the British would go into people's houses and sit there even though they don't want them to. They were squatters inside of other people's houses, which was kind of rude if you think about it. So the Third Amendment is really just a law that says no squatting. The Fourth Amendment. Search and seizure, the right of the people to be secured in their own persons, houses, and effects against unresponsible searches. This is pretty much, hey, where's your warrant type of thing. Pretty much, people cannot search your house without a warrant. And if they search your house without a warrant, without your consent, they're breaking the law. That's the Fourth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment. It's a due process. You have a right to a jury, a judge, and all that other stuff that has to do with justice system. But it's explained here, all of it. You can read it yourself. Now over here is the amendment known as the Sixth Amendment. Description. Rights of the accused in criminal prosecutions. You see, they have rights to a jury trial, to confront opposing witnesses, to counsels, in all criminal prosecutions. The accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an imperial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed. Yes. And you can read the rest of it if you want to pause the video. But you can have a witness against you and witness in your favor. A witness. Yeah. The Seventh Amendment. It's about a jury trial. The Eighth Amendment protects against excessive bail, cruelty, and unusual punishment, and excessive bail. Excessive bail, which means a very big number. Ninth Amendment. It's about it's not infringing on other people's rights. Yeah. The 10th Amendment. The states' rights. Rights reserved to the states. You know, recently that, what was it? Roe versus Wade happened. Since it was not an amendment, I don't think that was the case. It was sent back to states' rights. It's up to the states. This is what the 10th Amendment is. It's up to the states to choose such a thing. And the states' rights is up to the people. We the people, that is. Yes. America is more than just Washington, D.C. We also have states. So it's not just one government, there's multiple ones. The 11th Amendment. Suits against a state, the judicial power of the United States shall not be construed to extend any suit in law or equity, commenced or prosecuted against one of the United States by citizens of another states or by citizens or foreign state. And there's the 12th Amendment, which is a very frickin' long, excuse my language, very, very long amendment. So I'm just going to let you read that if you want. It pretty much explained the elections. Okay, this is the 13th Amendment right here. You know, the 13th Amendment was ratified on 1865. Description: abolishing of slavery and involuntary servitude. And there's sections to these new ones. Like Section 1 of the 13th, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. So, pretty much, if you commit crime, they would put you like in a chain gang sort of thing. That's what this part right here says. You see that sometimes in movies. Section 2 of the 13th. Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. Yes. And here's the 14th Amendment. You can read that. There's a lot here to read. And right here, I just got tired of typing every single darn sentences that was in the darn amendments, really. You know, there's about, how many are there? 27 of them. I just got tired of typing it. So, I decided to just put the title part this time. You can look it up yourself if you want to. The 15th Amendment is about voting rights. The 16th Amendment is about federal taxes. I call it butt grabbing. The 17th Amendment is about popular election of senators. The 18th Amendment is about prohibition, pretty much where they were controlling liquor and beer and moonshine and all that nasty alcohol. The 19th Amendment is women's rights to vote. The 20th Amendment is the commencement of presidential term and succession. The 21 Amendment is I'll pass that. The 22nd Amendment is a two-term limitation on the president. That was done in 1951. And if y'all know, Teddy Roosevelt was president 4 times. I guess this was before him in 1951, yes. In 1961, the District of Columbia gains the right to vote in presidential elections. In the 24th Amendment, done in 1964, the abolishing of poll tax requirements in federal elections. Yes. And here's the 25th Amendment. The 26th Amendment the right to vote is at the age of 18. The 27th Amendment. And now, here's the names of the founding fathers of America. John Adams, Samuel Adams, Josiah Bartlett. I guess that's how you say it. I'm not a name reader, really. Braxton Carter, Charles of Collington Carroll, Samuel Chase, Abraham Clark, George Clomer, William Floyd, Benjamin Franklin. Oh, we all know who Benjamin Franklin is. And also John Adams up there. Benjamin Franklin is the inventor. John Adams is the guy that pushed people to write a constitution. And Samuel Adams is the guy who made his own beer company. Albert Garrett Button Goodwin Button. Out of all the founding fathers, I think Button's my favorite name. I bet he wore a white wig too and a fancy suit. Button. Lemon Hall. Lemon. It sounds like a lemon. John Hancock. He's the guy that signed his name in big, bold letters at the very top. He also was a mayor. I will like one too. Benjamin Harrison. So I guess this is why most of the other founding fathers called Benjamin Franklin just Franklin, because there's another Benjamin in here. Yeah. John Hart, Joseph Hughes, Thomas Jr. Haywood, William Hooper, Stephen Hopkins Francis, Samuel Washington, Thomas Jefferson, the guy that wrote the Constitution and also was the third president, Francis Lightfoot Lee, Richard Henry Lee, in a 76 musical sang a song about the Lees of the Virginia. Francis Lewis, Philip Livingston, Thomas Jr. Lynch, Thomas McKee, Arthur Middleton, Lewis Morris, Robert Morris, John Morris, Thomas Jr. Nelson, William Packaka, I guess that's how you say it, Robert Treat Pine, Penn John, George Reed, Caesar Rodin, George Ross, Benjamin, Dr. Rush. Guess they just call him Rush. Edward Rutledge, trying to read it. Roger Sherman, James Smith, Richard Scotchton, Thomas Stone, Taylor George, Matthew Thornton, George Walton, Whippled William, James Wilson, John Witherspoon, Oliver Warlock, George Wythe. And that's the Constitution that I have copied. But some new amendments I added to it. Also, I have the Founding Fathers' names added to it, and you can get it here at the gift shop. Once this place opens up, that is. It's not done being furnished in here. Actually, the British, during 1777, actually took over the Independent Hall and burned all the darn furniture. So, this is kind of accurate of what it looked like. It had no furniture because the British burnt it and turned it into a hospital. Here's one of the windows in the tower. We're now in the Tower of Independence Hall. We climb up this big old stairs. Go ahead and fly all the way up here. And here we are, the top of Independence Hall. On the very tall tower, and here we are, and we got a bell to ring. But yes, this has been the very first building of Revolutionary War City. And the first building to come is Independence Hall. The place where the birth of America came to happen. Oh, I almost forgot one thing. Let me come back in here. Right here's a shell of an egg. Shell of the egg the founding fathers sat on in 1776, July 4th. Yes, that's the eaglet being born, you know. But yes, this is Independence Hall. Built here in 2023 of the 24th on the 4th of May. April or whatever. The 24th of 2023. Independence Hall joins my world. It just needs these side buildings finished and be furnished more. Plus it gives me something to look at as I walk down the road. Oh, and also, y'all probably heard me talk about building a hotel right here. But I kind of grew to liking to see this as what it is in real life. And pretty much that what surrounds Independence Hall is a bunch of trees and gardens and a statue out front. So, yes, I abandoned the hotel to be right here. I might plan to put it somewhere else in the place, maybe, I don't know. Maybe over there. But for right now, Independence Hall will not have a garden until we get that brand new update that's coming in May, where they add the cherry trees and all the other plants. Because honestly, I think some cherry trees surrounding this building will look pretty. Also, since we now have cherry trees, I can build an area representing Washington, D.C. somewhere around here. And I can plant more cherry trees. But that's until we get cherry trees. But this has been Independence Hall. Oh, and one more thing. This design of this building I found on YouTube. I was looking if someone built something like the Independence Hall, and I saw someone did a pretty good job at building the Independence Hall. They didn't, had it like a tutorial, but had it like a speed video build thing. I had to slow down the video to see how they built some of the stuff. So it may not be 100% the same as their building, because I wasn't trying to though, but it looks similar in many areas, just let you know. All I know is they didn't have the side wings to the building, or furniture, it was just a hollow shell. But mine has furniture, which is kind of nice. So I hope you enjoy this video, and have a good day. Now, God bless America and good night. Yeah.